one of the biggest political comebacks, the re-election of President Trump. What does it really mean in terms of American politics? What is really happening? What was the phenomena or the process that resulted in this outcome?
You know, first of all, in American politics, too often our politics is reduced to one party versus another party. I know we're not alone in this, but what was really unique, and it was an incredible experience to be a part of, was to see those barriers broken down just through the course of President Trump's campaign, where rather than taking the approach of being exclusive, you're on my team or you're on the other guy's team, he welcomed people both in the campaign and, as you've seen, in the cabinet, people who don't necessarily agree with President Trump on every issue or not of the same party, but understanding that when we come together around our shared mission of service to the American people, and how can we make their lives better? How can we achieve those goals and objectives that I outlined in my remarks? Then we have the capacity to really make big, significant, positive change that once again is focused on the most important people, which is the people of our country. Mm-hmm. And bringing that focus of the government back to what everyone who works in public service should begin their day with, the mindset of, what can I do in my role, in my job, whether you're a civil servant or you're an elected official, is how can I best be of service? And I think this is what made his victory possible, against all odds, against all of the attacks. As you said, it was a historic comeback story. And I think you see this in his laser-like focus every day in delivering results and solving problems and challenging our own internal norms to make sure that those in government are actually serving the people.
But there is certainly questions in some parts of the world that does it really mean it's an America going into its shell, the island America? How do you respond to those questions that I'm sure you would be faced with as well when you through your travels through the Indo-Pacific?
It just speaks to a lack of understanding that for us to have a president who is America first, who puts the interests of the American people first, should not at all be mistaken or concluded to be a president who doesn't understand the importance of the relationships with other countries and, wherever possible, to work together towards shared interests. So it's a common misconception, once again, that those who call for peace, as President Trump has, that somehow that is automatically equated to being, well, if you stand for peace, then you must be an isolationist. Nothing could be further from the truth. And that accusation actually speaks to a deeper misunderstanding or a wrong assumption, which is that the only way to engage with other countries must be through some form of conflict or warfare. So it's a positive thing for us in the United States, and I believe for President Trump's leadership in the world, to build those relationships in looking at other means of resolving conflict, and really truly being a president who wants his legacy to be one of being a peacemaker and a unifier.
And how are your allies responding to this?
You know, he has, I think even before he was sworn in on his inauguration day, he had called leaders from, 72 different countries within the first week of having won the election. He continues to engage in a very constructive and productive way with many leaders across Europe, for example, as these ongoing negotiations are occurring to bring about an end to the Russia-Ukraine war. So the warnings that were delivered very loudly within our own media that somehow President Trump would be shunned and that no one would be interested in working with him, the absolute opposite has proven true.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.